What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Is
Like,
nudity or
like waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What do they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television.
Yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. I do want to say this, and I'm actually gonna start use Twitter a lot more, because it's just so much fun and some of the shit that we actually see. And here, let's see, pull it up. Let's just actually go here for a second. I saw this. It was actually pretty fun. If you guys aren't aware, I'm a fan of Bo of the Fifth Column. Always looking at the critical eye to some of the shit that she said. Even if I agree with it, always look at the critical eye. But I saw this shit, and the shit was really fun. Let's get this started here. Let's go.
You bunch of fuckers. Despite the provocation from the cavalry, no fighting. Oi! No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting! Good.
I love that fucking clip. I love that clip. That clip is so fucking hilarious. Even before, like, this is like, you know, motherfuckers are literally upset about some shit. And they're just saying, like, look, we need to have a fucking united front. But, he said, stop fighting, no fucking fighting. And as soon as somebody walk in, just like, bitch, just glass them. Fuck it. But anyway, oh my God. Okay, so I just thought that was funny. I just wanted to bring it up. It was just like hilarious. I watched it like 5 times today. Just seeing that insertion of different things. I know it's actually one with like different leftists and shit like that, but that's just, it's just like, we know what the problem is. We know that it's the problem of, not that, like, there are right-wing people that I see their reasons for believing shit that are literally not because they're stupid. It's because they have a different way of thinking, and they've been molded and shaped by so many grifters and so many different ways of people trying to rile you up to get you angry for certain shit. And I'm sorry, it's one of those things where, let me just turn this quality down. It's one of those things where it's just like, they're getting you angry for no fucking reason other than to put money in their fucking pocket. That's what brings me into this. Comic books. Now, I was supposed to get to this video the last time I streamed, but this shit is fucking crazy. And I will tell you why. DC introducing Starfire's gay goth daughter. You're pissed because of what? Because of what? Let's hear what Thinking Critically actually wants to say.
Don't call me Shirley.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and DC has solicited their next YA graphic novel called I Am Not Starfire, and apparently they're going to be introducing Starfire's gay goth daughter, Mandy, to the DC Comics universe. And it pops in my head, who is this for? Like, what fan of Starfire or who knows about Starfire that is going to see this graphic novel and be really interested in, so I thought.
Wait, now, let's just have this conversation right now. Let's just have this conversation right now. For one, gay people read comics. I'm like, here's the thing. Gay people read comics. It happens. Like, goths read comics. Let's just be fucking... like, you don't like capitalism? You don't like capitalism. You don't like the fact that people or like companies put out shit to make money. There are gay people. There are women. There are black people that read comics. You're mad because she's a lesbian? Okay. Nobody's expecting you to be a lesbian. I'm ruining this video in the first two minutes of actually going over it. Fuck. Let me stop. And you're mad because she's a goth? Can I introduce you to Blackfire? Starfire's sister. Like, how? Let's continue.
I thought I would bring independent comic writer, independent comic editor, award-winning editor, Joe Corallo back on the channel and discuss it. How you doing, Joe?
I'm all right, Wes. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, I imagine, queer representation in comics and literature is something that is actually important to you. It's important to me. I think it's important that anybody can come to comics and find a character that they can identify with, or find a character or a story that they can really grab onto and hold and love and things like that. But it feels like...
So what's the problem? Hey, this is important. This representation is important in comics. Hey, people want to actually have representation that they can identify with. It's important. That's the end of the video. 3 minutes, call it a day. Have your intro, have your outro. Call it a fucking day. What's the problem? I mean, like, we literally have... Was it Cal Rayner? Was it Cal Rayner, or was it like Earth 3 Cal Rayner, who is literally gay? I don't get the problem. I don't get the problem. There is no fucking problem with, like, fucking Iceman. Iceman is gay. Why is there a problem? This shit is not new. This shit has been happening for decades. But it's a problem now. Why? Because you want to fuck Starfire, and anything that's related to her needs to be fuckable? Like, the fuck?
These kind of stories are already being kind of tackled with independent comics, and I don't know, is this DC Comics brand?
Yeah, I mean...
Wait, because it's DC Comics. Because it's DC Comics. What the fuck, man? Wait. It is literally happening! In DC, oh my god. Oh my god. Let's continue.
Just like from my own background, I was fortunate enough to have Howard Cruz as one of like my early sort of like mentors. Who he had passed away last year, but was groundbreaker in gay comics out here. I've gotten to meet and people like Alison Bechdel. I got to probably before a lot of people knew Marika Tamaki. I was familiar with her from her graphic novel Skim that came out in 2008. That her cousin Jillian Tamaki illustrated, and then again I from that I picked up This One Summer, and and that was great, and that's really what got her to break into the superhero genre. But she came from this like YA background, so if you're going to experiment with a YA book and you're not quite sure where it's going to go between this so I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm confused with this rumble, this droll on. People that aren't normative, because nobody's really normal, but normative, they should represent those people in any books. But when they get successful in any books, it's great that they are able to do more mainstream comic books. But when they get into mainstream, the shit that they got noticed for, they shouldn't do in the mainstream. Wait, what? That's like telling Todd McFarlane that he shouldn't do Spawn because of the fact, like, because he was known for being pretty much of an unknown artist, horrible writer, unknown artist. But when he went to Spider-Man, he shouldn't have took that skill or expertise to Spider-Man. Like, the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, okay. Whew. Let's go.
Lumberjane's novels she's written, Laura Dean broke up with me, and Harley Quinn breaking glass and all this stuff. She is like
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. That shit has been around for decades. Like, how? Well, not decades. I guess in the 90s they were implied good friends, and it let's continue.
And moving these books. So if you are going to throw something out like this that seems like it's completely out of left field, you can kind of anchor it with someone like Mariko, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Let's ask this question. Aliens flying around with the ability to shoot energy blasts from their hands is more believable, and it requires less a suspension of disbelief than a goth. Now, let's actually talk about some other shit, right? Let's just go around Starfire alone. She has a sister Blackfire who is a goth. And oh yeah, who is her best female friend? Who is her best female friend? Who is her best female friend? Is it Crow? No, it's not Crow. Is it Pigeon? No, it's not a pigeon. Oh yeah, it's Raven. But you're gonna say she's not a goth, she's just dark because her, Trigon is her father and she can't be too emotional. She's a fucking goth. Oh my god. And no shade, I would love to see some Raven / Starfire fanfic. But not the young looking Raven, that'd be weird. But the more adult looking Raven. But wow. What was in my Pornhub history before they nuked half the site, or 2/3 of the site? Anyway, let's continue.
Obviously, yeah, she is the writer on this. She is working with DC. She's doing the Wonder Woman comic, and I think she's doing some stuff with Future State as well. Obviously, she worked at Marvel before that.
Mm-hmm.
She is a New York Times bestselling author. Like you said, she is known in the genre. Do you think that her name alone is enough to kind of, bulwark a title like this?
Yeah, I think that's where it gets tricky for like this one. But like,
wait. So the history of the author, and your thing is that you're reading so much. Sorry, headphone warning. You're reading so much that, like, I'm still not seeing the problem. The author has a history. Their genre. That's like getting mad at Bendis for making shit adult characters but making awesome teenager characters. Like, we know what Bendis does. Fuck. Let's continue.
Even if this isn't a major seller, this is a drop in the bucket for everything that Mariko's doing. So even if this particular title goes nowhere, this isn't going to really impact her. Probably wouldn't even impact the artist Yoshi. I've met her a few times as well. I think she's very talented. I know her a lot from like a lot of pinup work and things like that. But yeah, when it comes to this, like the core of the story here.
I have this horrible thing where I listen to motherfuckers say not just how they say things, but what they say as well. She's good when the artist is good on pinup work. Pinup work, you have no issue, but somebody that's not fuckable, you have an issue. Something tells me if this was a hot lesbian goth chick, that they wouldn't have a fucking issue. Something tells me about that. Something tells me that, you know, hey, if she came out looking like a cross between Blackfire and Starfire, they wouldn't have an issue. But something tells me they're mad about some shit. Like, fuck, why? Oh God, let's continue.
Like they teased out that this book was happening last year, and like, you know, Sci-Fi Wire, Comics Beat, and all that. I don't think we knew, you know, it was going to be about, you know, Starfire's, you know, queer goth daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's just a lot of moving parts here that you're just like, do we want to have Starfire come off as being old enough to have, you know, a teenage daughter? Is there enough interest in a solo like?
This is retroactively reflecting on Starfire? How? And this is a little bit yikesy because, wait, is there a problem because she's old enough to have a teenage daughter? Like, one, Starfire's an alien, so, like, yeah, but she doesn't exactly stay. Like, I'm a fan of Teen Titans, but she doesn't stay a teenager. Like, comics are weird. Fuck, comics are weird. What? Wow. That's fucking creepy. What, that you want her to stay young, or you think that women that have teenage daughters can't still look good? Like, that sounds a little fucking yikesy. But fuck, let's let them continue.
Like, it's like they did Raven and Beast Boy as, you know, graphic novels. Why not do a Starfire graphic novel? You know, like there's just a lot of questions and things happening here. Like if Raven and Beast Boy were successful, Starfire would be a logical next step, and not like skipping Starfire and going to her daughter.
There's another question. I mean, almost not even just who is this particular book for. It's like almost who are all of these books for? I imagine, like in my mind, I think, well, DC's doing YA graphic novels. It's to attract new YA readers to their material, to their heroes, and then they transition over to, you know, their mainline characters, whether it be in graphic novel form, if that's their preferred method of reading, or going into periodics, which has, you know, been the bread and butter for so long. Like, do we think that they're going to do anything with this new character? Like, they only can put out so many books a year. Like,
wait. I don't read much of DC comics. I fucking don't read most of any comics. I let motherfuckers on the internet, like Comics Explains. Although I'm really, really into Dope Spill Comics. That motherfucker is like awesome. But that's neither here nor there. But they literally have, this is comics. They have literally had a representation of future Kent. Future fucking Tim Drake, future Wally West. They literally have these representations of, like, you know, future tense characters, legacy characters. Why is this a fucking thing to you guys? If the book isn't for you, don't fucking buy it. I'm just saying that just seems like it's a thing. Fuck, let's continue. I would say that I like Robin's and Raven's chemistry. The actual, you know, Damian Wayne Robbins, and like when they de-age fucking Raven, they play with her age so fucking much. Fucking hate that. But I understand the people that kind of grew up with the Teen Titans, like Beast Boy and Raven's chemistry. I just like from the recent DC animated universe, like how Raven and Robin actually just like they did the chemistry that they had. Oh, my grandfather was Ra's al Ghul, and my father is Trigon. Like they had some fucking awesome chemistry in those movies. But I'm off on the tangent. Let's continue.
You would think that they would want to be putting all their efforts into like synergizing this with the next set of characters that they would move on to as they got older, and maybe doing something to where there's like a natural progression up. It just feels like this will be like one story.
Yeah, like when you look at some of the other books that have come out, like Raven, Beast Boy, the younger Dick Grayson Nightwing one that came out, those sort of things. It's like you can read that and then go into the main DC universe, and there's tons of stories with all those characters there. The way they're doing this seems like more like a dead end, so in a similar.
Wait, are these motherfuckers getting mad over a one-shot story or a one-shot graphic novel? Wait, please, no, fuck no. Please tell me that they're not. Please tell me that they're not. Oh my god. Hey, let me introduce you to something called Kingdom Come. Or How the Watchmen Should Have Actually Been. Fuck Doomsday Clock. Fuck Doomsday. Whew. I'm sorry. Like, wow. What? Yes, actually, oh my god, yes. That sounds too fucking like if you even watched the Atla, if you read the Atla comics afterwards, May and Ty Lee, just like the friendship that they continue to have. Oh fuck, that shit is fucking awesome. That is a good point. Yes. Oh god, yes. But let's continue.
Similar way, I think, to like you brought me the ocean with like that version of Aqualad, and and I think the problem here too starts becoming, is this the same formula? Because like the Aqualad one sounds similar. It's like it's a coming out story rolled into a coming of age story, and it's like dealing with all these issues at the same time. This sounds very similar. And you brought me the ocean that was also illustrated by someone well known in the queer comic circles. The person, I'm blanking on the person's name, but they did Blue's the Warmest Color, and that's a graphic novel. It was French Canadian. That I
think I actually saw that. Was that because I think they made it to a movie on fucking Netflix. I saw part of it. I admit, like, I thought I was gonna watch it because but like I couldn't really get into it. But that's just me. That's like I couldn't get into the Diary of a Nymphomaniac, but that's just a different thing. Let's continue. We're gonna leave that tangent alone, but let's continue.
I have enjoyed that. It became a movie. Like that was a big success too.
It was a movie, yeah.
So you're seeing DC is taking the time to bring in people who do have that background and have been successful selling these sort of queer graphic novels. It's just that is this coming out in a way where you can make that sort of leap into the next thing? Because I know when I read stuff as a kid, I just wanted more, and if it's like a dead end with this one character, it's tough.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
I mean, like, I don't hear any arguments for like this being a bad idea. I mean, like, maybe if I skim through the video, they actually explain even more why it's a bad idea. But let's hear it. Let's see.
Just as a comic book creator, doesn't feel like they're nowhere through the season. Familiar with the character are going to say this and be like, "That's must have."
Yeah, I mean, it seems like content with Starfire material or not that often tapped. I mean, they've done some flashbacks to Starfire on her home planet of I want to say it's Tamaran, You know, that she's, it's been a while since I read it, but you know, her growing up trying to prove herself. It's okay to, you know, like your family.
Also, DC does have established queer characters that aren't exactly at the forefront of being explored right now. Like, you would think they'd be able to.
Godwin, who is a trans superhero
I'm sorry,
they created
guys.
back
I'm
in.
sorry. This is a video where it's just like, I don't actually get what the fucking problem is. Like,
hey guys, this is me, Crimson60620, and if you ever want to actually get some great art and help support my channel, help support me, check out my merch page at streamlabs.com/Crimson60620/merch. Here you can actually find great pieces of art put on t-shirts, and it'll be updated frequently with a lot of my other art. So thank you for support, and please enjoy the video. Thanks.